With another heat wave on the way, neighbors in Lakewood are on edge, wondering if their lights and air conditioning will go out again. They're fed up with the frequent power outages, but now a fix could finally be in the works. Noel Williams has the latest.
In Lakewood, there seems to be a problem that won't go away.
Power just keeps going out around here. I know a lot of families are without power frequently.
19 News has reported on continuous power outages since 2024. With the hot weather in recent weeks, it's affected families and businesses. Most recently, the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio responded to the complaints filed by Lakewood Mayor Megan George against First Energy about the recent power outages. The response saying in part, staff has begun to investigate these events to understand the details, including, but not limited to, the cause of these outages.
Could you imagine being in this heat, no power?
No, I could not. I'm a air conditioning princess myself, so no, I could not imagine being. I mean, it's still morning. We still have a breeze. It still feels good. But as the day goes on, you know, you got your high noon sun, then that afternoon, a pool is not going to cut it.
And it feels like there's not a lot of concern for the people who are paying their bills and living in this community. And, you know, we pay our taxes.
Despite the frustration, the commission says the community is the priority. 19 News previously reported that the city of Lakewood demanded that the commission find a permanent fix after people were left in the dark days after the 4th of July holiday. Staff with the commission say they have been monitoring the status of the corrective action items. Some items have been completed by CEI. Others remain ongoing.
I do feel like, you know, the mayor's trying to keep up with it and make sure we're getting what we need. And I feel like it could have come a lot sooner.
I'm glad that the mayor's taking action. I mean, we definitely need action. I've been to other stores around here. Now stores have closed because they don't have power. So it's definitely affecting the whole city.
In Lakewood, Noel Williams, 19 News.